Down in Texas is that cultural festival. It's called South by Southwest. You've probably heard of it. A lot of musicians go down there. And it's in Austin, Texas. And a lot of these individuals that want to run for president or are running for president were speaking there. And Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, not old enough to run for president, she also was on stage, got a huge crowd. And this is what she said about Ronald Reagan's policies, calling his policies racist.
Well, I think a perfect example of how special interests and the powerful have pitted white working class Americans against brown and black working class Americans in order to just screw over all working class Americans is Reaganism in the 80s when he started talking about welfare queens. Mm-hmm. He's painting this like really resentful vision of essentially black women who were doing nothing, that were sucks on our country, right? That's not explicit racism, but still rooted in a racist caricature.
She also said that FDR's New Deal, which helped dig the United States out of the Depression, was a racist policy that benefited whites over minorities. And then when you combine that with her comments about Ronald Reagan, Brian had a great interview with Peggy Grandy, who used to work as an executive assistant to Ronald Reagan. And she had this observation about the former president's policies and what AOC said.
It's crazy to think that these ideas are not only being touted by her, but being followed by so many others. You know, they say when you're young, if you're not a liberal, you don't have a heart. If you're not a conservative when you're older, you don't have a brain. So we may be able to give her a pass, but there's so many people who are following her.
So put down moderates. They're the worst. They're which means you're nothing. You're in between. You act like moderates are superior. There's a lot of moderates that might have delivered the House to Democrats. Without moderates, the Republicans would still be in power. With the leftist principles that she portrays, they wouldn't have got a seat out of California. They wouldn't have got some seats out of Texas.